experience with that. But anybody that's been smoking pretty regularly knows that, like, the effects aren't going to matter that much between the plants. And it's more about me, how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, and how I'm consuming it. And those classifications really come down to, well, was the plant a broadleaf plant or a narrow leaf plant? And I've talked to some growers that think in the future we're going to shift away from the sativa indica model. And honestly, I can't wait. I get asked the question all the time, do you like indica or sativa? When I go into the shop, just give me whatever. I don't even care about the numbers. Most of the shops that you go to, unless they're carrying a bunch of third-party products, most of the stuff in there is about as good as the rest of it. It's not like they're growing one that's 30 times better than the others. There's some stuff that's better, obviously. They usually charge more for it, but when I stopped being super picky, I started just getting better stuff overall. When you're really picky, you're trying to get the exact thing that you want, you're easily disappointed because you know what? They didn't have it that day. But asking that question every time somebody goes into the shop, are you more sativa, are you more indica? They tell you one's a head high, one's a body high, but like try to do a 1 gram dab of some sativa and not get couch locked. They'll eat 1,000 milligrams of sativa edibles and not get couch locked. I mean, if you throw your couch away, you don't have a couch anymore, you technically can't get couch locked. But there's more to the effects than what was the name of the plant. There's more to the effects and what was the classification. Was it this or this? And also something that I usually like to point out is there's no way to actually tell scientifically if you have sativa or indica. There's no lab test for it. There's no way to measure it when they're telling you something 70% sativa. They're just saying that. They didn't do a lab test for it. They probably heard that from somebody else, or they crossed 2 plants, and that was the rough math that they did on the other 2 numbers that they guessed. But most of the time, that number is just like an assignment. It doesn't mean anything. Not every 80% sativa is going to hit you the same. That's more of just how the plant looked when they were growing it. It's also wild, too, when you think about, like, cartridges. There's a lot of cartridges that are marked indica, sativa, hybrid. And a lot of the times, they all have the same distillate in them. They usually add terps to a lot of these, or just added different food-grade terps. Maybe they got the CDT. But, like, we're taking the same distillate, the same oil, and we're just adding slightly different flavors. And there's people out there that think that they're going to get wildly different effects from the same 2 distillates with slightly different flavors. Really, the effects that you're gonna feel, it's more dependent on you than what you're smoking. There's a lot of factors: your tolerance, your metabolism, how you're consuming it. Are you consuming a lot? Are you combusting it? Are you vaporizing? Are you dabbing it? Are you eating it? I've had many sessions where everybody's smoking the same thing. 6, 7, 8, 9 people all smoking the same thing. The same thing, but not everybody gets the same high. Not everybody's like, well, I'm couch locked and I have the munchies. Big body. It really is the high you're going to feel more dependent on you than what you're smoking. It's more dependent on how you're smoking it than what you're smoking, than the name of it, essentially. How you're consuming it is more important than the name of what you're consuming for how you're going to feel. You can take the same plant, the same Blue Dream, whatever Blue Dream makes me feel this way. You grow it, you harvest it a week earlier than you normally do, you're going to get different effects. You harvest it a week later than you normally do, you're going to get different effects. So I feel like when you go into the shop and they're like, hey, you more of a sativa or an indica kind of guy, they're oversimplifying the whole thing, which I understand. It helps them sell stuff faster. You go in there and you go, nah, I want an upper and not a downer. I want something that's going to make me hee and not ho. So I understand why it exists, but I don't like it. I can't wait till we get better classifications in the future that really help you understand what you're smoking. Either way, come get high with me on Twitch. The session starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a lit day, my dudes.
Give it gas when I'm dipping competition, getting past, living fast, furious, staying on track, never worry when I'm spinning. Last better getting back, ride for my dog, alphabeted on us, you gon' get it back. Never split this pack. Whenever I witness cap, we ain't fucking with your fiction, facts, your conviction lacks. When I get up in my bag, I'ma spend, we ain't tripping off tax, clipping this tag, working on my wish list, cooking this cake. Let me flip this stack. You a flash in the pan, while you relax in a can. My team in the pack, the sedan, putting tracks in the sand, pushing my craft at the fan, got the people all clapping their hands, putting cash in my brand, keeping my octane high, my graded premium, not 8-9 or 8-7, and when I run across state line, I'm 9-1, I gun it, clock great time when time come, disappearing in the dark horizon, way I cut turns, I'm as sharp as diamonds, got them on tilt like a car's alignment, this is raw refinement, not a hard assignment, I'ma give it gas, give it,